very close to being agreed. How do you think that would play out? You're someone I'm sure has watched Carl's career, but 10 years out of the ring against Darren Till, how would that go?
That's what makes it so interesting. Look at Carl Froch in the ring against Darren Till, both in the prime. I think that Carl Froch wins in a boxing match. I think Darren knows that. Carl Froch against Darren Till outside the ring. I think Darren Till wins. I think Carl Froch knows that. But Darren Till now, young, hungry in boxing. Carl Froch, not so hungry in boxing, out of boxing for 10 years. It'd be interesting, it just all depends on what Carl's got left. Yeah, it's so hard to predict because, I remember Froch being Froch, so it's so hard to predict. He's been out the ring 10 years.
Liam, from a prediction standpoint, how on earth does Darren go about getting the victory against somebody who's as good as Carl Froch?
Yes, so just try and stick around Carl, use his size, he's a bigger man than Carl. And be like unorthodox, have that unorthodox, MMA style, he's awkward anyway. Darren's a big long southpaw, big long, tough long arms, and he's just got to do it in that sense. Where Carl Froch's been on the ring a long time, Darren's got to stick around to make him think, fucking hell, why did I come back?
From a Darren Till versus Tommy Fury perspective, obviously that fight seems like it's gone for now, but watching that, what do you think Tommy would have thought of that performance, and how does Darren and Tommy go?
It's too high a risk, a low reward to fight Darren Till now. For Tommy Fury's getting millions like KSI, Jake Paul. Darren Till's too high risk, too low reward for Tommy Fury.
Absolutely, you've done a lot in your career, especially going out to America, fighting Killer, obviously a talented boxer. I didn't know you were a talented NFL player, so I remember you kicking the ball. What was that moment like for you? That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was a great moment, so to be in and around that for the whole build-up, but it's one that I fully deserved to be there. I cherished, and unfortunately I lost my world title, but I moved on and enjoyed a good career after that.
Yeah, last one for me. Obviously, you did move on and you picked up many big victories. What every kid dreams of, going out to Madison Square Garden, beating Jesse Vargas. Talk to me about that performance because that was one of your best.
Yeah, one of the highlights. I've had some highlights in my career. Madison Square Garden, Vegas, Texas, Russia. Eubank, Fowler. I've had too many to pick from, but that was one of them, and that was right up there in the top 3.
Thank you.
Nice one.
A couple of questions in with you. Just Darren Till, when I spoke to him in the week, he kind of said he wasn't really interested in winning like a English, British or whatever title in the 2 professional ranks. Do you think he could though?
Could what? Go in the professional ranks?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But I just don't think he needs to. No, like I said, win a British title? Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot, without being disrespectful to anyone else, there's a lot better fighters challenging for British titles than what we've seen. But I don't think he needs to go that route. Why go that route and fight? Tougher opponents for British title money when you can fight big names. Luke Rockhold, try and get Carl Froch out of retirement, try and push himself into a KSI fight, stuff like that for huge money. He's a star. He's becoming a big star of Misfits now. So I just don't think there's a reason for him to go down the British title route, in my opinion.
You mentioned last week to my colleague that you had a few interesting things come across your table. Can you flesh that out as to what those few interesting things are in terms of your return to the ring?
No, I've had offers, but like I said, I won't take any offer. I won't talk about any offers because I'm just going to concentrate on myself. And if I can get back in fighting shape the way I was, then I'll talk about them offers. If I can't and something happens again, then I'll maybe call it a day because I'm not going to go into fights like. Not fit and not as sharp as I should be. Because I think I've lost fights I shouldn't be losing. So if I can't get myself back in the shape I was, then I'll probably call it a day. But if I can, I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I'm okay at the moment. I just need to get back fighting fit, and I'll make a decision then.